Haley. So today we're going to do what we call a KWL chart, and this kind of helps set up a tutoring session for us. So I'm going to start by opening up this chart and kind of explaining how it works. And then I'll give you a few minutes to kind of fill it out, and then you can share with me like what you want to work on today.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I sent you this document, and it's called a KWL chart. And as you can see, there's 3 different columns where we focus on different aspects of like what you want to accomplish today. So the first thing we always want to do is kind of help you to surface all the things that you know. Because I think we have a tendency, of course, to say, you know, I don't know anything, teach me all the things. But, you know, as we've gone through our tutoring sessions, you know, that's not true. Like, you're always able to pull up more things that you remember. And then the W is what you want to know. So this kind of helps me to know, like, what are your questions? What do you want to focus on today? And how can we kind of accomplish that? Knowing what you know and knowing what you want to know. So here you can ask your questions like, what does this term mean? Or how can I integrate, you know, this rule with another rule? And then at the very end of the session, we're gonna kind of figure out what you learned. And this kind of helps us not only wrap up the session, but also for you to take this with you so that in case you come across one of the problems that we wanted to focus on today, you can remember how you solved that problem. I want you to fill out the K and the W column for the types of things that you want to focus on today. So like, for example, what chapter are we kind of orienting ourselves around?
13.
13. Okay, so proofs with quantifiers. So we want to focus on what you know about how to solve them, what your strategies are, and then the areas where you kind of still feel stuck. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you a couple minutes. And if it doesn't open, you can just like do it on your notebook. That's cool too. You can just like
Okay.
create a quick chart. I know sometimes the technology doesn't work, so that's okay.
Am I supposed to go into details of what I know versus what I don't know?
You can just do bullet points, whatever like comes to mind initially. It's just to help you warm up your brain and get you thinking about the topic.
So, Linz, I wrote, like, for what I know, I know the rules, I know how to apply the rules. And then for what I want to know is, I want to know more about how to apply the rules within more complex problems.
Okay. And then do you have some specific problems that you're thinking about focusing on? All right. Are you ready to share your chart? Let's just take a look at it so I can see. Cool. Yay. Okay. So you know the rules. So you know how the rules are set up. You know how to apply them. So you know how to kind of put them into context. So can you like tell me a little bit more about what complex problems means? Like, does that mean like with the mixed quantifiers?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because I feel like especially the end of chapter 13, I'm struggling on. And I did some of the
Mm-hmm.
like added practice that the professor put, but it still
Mm-hmm.
didn't give me enough to kind of push me over the edge where I could do them without any difficulty.
Mm. Okay, so we finished our tutoring session for today and we're closing it by filling out the L. So we're going to focus on what we learned today. And it looks like you already have a couple things in there that I kind of just want to elaborate on a little bit more. So why don't you talk to me first about what you wrote?
Well, I learned that A can refer to multiple different things. For
Mm-hmm.
example, we did problem 1320, where the problem where I kept getting stuck was that I tried to give different things multiple different names and then they wouldn't match up and I couldn't finish the proof.
Mm-hmm.
And so by naming it all A, I was able to kind of connect the dots and end up getting the finishing product.
Yay! I'm glad we figured that out though.